What's going on, guys? Pegasus from the Wise Guys, and I'm here with Tyler.
Woot.
Woot woot. Hootie hoo.
Right.
Hootie hoo. He sounds about right. Hermano! Hermano Blanco and Hermano Cafe. We're here with Sky Striker though, bro. So let's.
Yo.
What you think about it on the new wave, on the new list? What you think about it?
They're giving us Engage it too, so you gotta try it out.
Facts.
You gotta try it out.
Facts. Let's get into it.
All right. So starting it off, Raised Bay. We got 3 of those.
Clean.
Always. And then a single rose. Still need it for the linkage plays, but she's not as good anymore. Personal favorite of mine. I like recycling all my links. I go through them too damn fast, so gotta have the one of. And you can also block it because of not mobilize. We all know.
Yeah.
Multi-roll. There we go. Thank you.
I got you, bro. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. All right. And then the one I wrote because Raised Bay. Drones will be at 1 forever probably, but yeah, we'll play the 1 to get us started. 1 field spell. I played with this a little bit. In the previous builds, you take it out because it just wasn't worth it. Now that we got 2 multi-roll though, it's another starter with multi-roll.
Another ray.
Another ray.
Yeah.
So just another ray here.
Occasionally dig for something and hope.
And then the reason we're playing this deck again, two of these. Gotta play 2 of those.
No, I'm joking.
Damn.
Until it's not a 3 yet. It's not a 3.
Our Pot of Greed, but slightly better.
Yeah.
2 multi-roll. It is at 3 now. I don't think 3 is worth playing. 2 is perfectly fine. You want to see this card, but you don't want to see multiples.
So it came back to 3, but you'd recommend 2 is the correct number?
Yeah, I think so. You just don't want to see multiples, and you can search it. So 2 is where I want to be.
Okay.
Not gonna say much about that. Widow Anchor is Widow Anchor, one of the best cards in the deck that you can run at 3. We got the 3 linkage, or linkage, however you want to say it. This card is amazing. Gives you OTK power in the deck. Completely engine OTK power, which is great. And you can use it defensively too, which is really nice.
Right. You can block yourself off, bring a special. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That card is nuts.
It really is really good.
But you got to commit to it if you're going to play it.
Yep. Playing the 2 of Afterburners. I like having 2. I like being able to recycle back the Engage rather than with Kagari, rather than the Afterburner. So then I can just go search another Afterburner, and I also get a plus on another card. I'm still playing 2 Shark Cannon. I don't know if this is correct or not. Debating between 2 and 1. Playing 2 for right now though, just so that you can link climb, since you don't have the good old Krisha Halka Firebrax plays to keep climbing to get the access code.
So those would be the substitute, I got you.
And then 2 thrust and 1 talents. I don't want to play more than this. I know a lot of people are on 3 thrust, but I personally have never been a huge fan. It's too good not to play.
Because they have to react.
But you have to force them to react, and if they're just sitting on like a floodgate or anything like that, these are just gonna be dead in your hand.
Right. And you can thrust into Avarice.
You can thrust into Avarice. You can thrust into a lot of things. You can thrust into Engage.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Speaking of thrusts, Change of Heart. So you can thrust into a Change of Heart if we want to just go and take one of their monsters and swing at them for game with it.
Cheap shot.
2 Droplet. Getting into the board breaker section. This is still a good card in this deck specifically. Chaining this to your Engage, chaining it to another card that we're going to get to evenly. There's so many different ways that you can chain this to. You can also clear things out of your main monster zones, so you can keep playing your Sky Striker spells.
And the Engage play.
Yep, and the Engage play. So it's just really, really good, especially in this deck.
The Engage play is 2 spells, and you activate Engage, chain droplets in the Engage. It counts as the 3rd.
It counts as the 3rd, yeah. 1 of Dark Ruler No More. Droplets is better, but I'm going to play this one because it is a normal spell. You can thrust into it
easily.
Can't thrust into Droplet. Continuing board breakers, we got the 2 Lightning Storm. We also got the 2 Evenly. They're thrust targets, so you don't need to play more than 2. Maybe you can play a third. You can't play more than 2 of this anymore for whatever reason they decide to hit
I
that.
still don't understand.
I don't get it. You know, for whatever their thought process is, it's at 2 now. We're just gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't play 3. I don't think, but I don't.
I don't know if I play 3 in the main, but I would board the 3rd if it was still available, just because back row decks are back row decks.
Yeah.
But more for that and not for monster decks.
Right.
That's it for the board breakers. Playing a light hand trap package as well. You need to be able to stop them from doing crazy stuff to where you can't use your board breakers to deal with the rest. So we're gonna do 3 ash just to potentially knock down, so they're not making full combo, maybe partial combo, and then take the rest out with the board breakers. Still got 2 imperm because this card is just good even later in the game, and then the 2 Nibiru. You know, take the head off.
And change your hearted token.
And change the heart of the token.
I'm ashamed. And amused. But ashamed.
Moving into the extra deck, really pushing the Sky Striker numbers now because of linkage. You got to play more. So we're playing the 3 Hayate. This is up from the normal 2 that we used to play before linkage come out, but you need to be able to have all the names that you can possibly have to keep pushing with linkage.
Attacking directly.
And attacking directly is nice.
See.
3 Kagari, pretty standard. 3 Shizuku, pretty standard. Again, we just want to max out all of our names that we can, so that you can linkage as much as possible.
All of the names? There we go.
Okay, one kinda. Not quite all the names. All the important names over here. Still just play 1 kinda. It's still good because of the linkage plays, and you just need to protect yourself every once in a while from OTK. But we are playing 2 Zeke, just so that we can, you know, link off anything, still have your Sky Striker name there if you need to, like, change your heart, if you need to Widow Anchor, take something, link it off. But not go for the full link climb yet.
Right.
Now for our link climbing package and higher links, we're going to play the 1 Hita. Everybody's playing Ash. Everyone's going to try to Ash your engage, so let's just stop it and use their stuff against them to link climb into your Unicorn, and then, of course, the Access Code.
And you can really make this any of the Charmers, really, can't you?
Yeah, you can. The good thing about this deck is you can get to pretty much any Charmer. The light one is probably the hardest one to make because you only have the 1 rose, but you have Dark, you have Earth, you have Wind, you have Fire, you have Water, you have everything that you could possibly need because of all the links.
And then on like a Nib is the only other light. You know?
Nib would be your light or your rose. So it's just not as consistent to make the...
Well, you're not playing Valor. I get it. Because you're playing that. Yeah, I got you. Well, you know, the side deck is a secret. Hermano Cafe, what you think, Hermano? What you think, Hermano? Good build?
Yeah, I give it like an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
Yeah, it's solid.
8. Solid.
Yeah. I'm going to talk after the cameras is done and beat him up a little bit.
Well, you know, we're going to miss Tyler.
Yeah, we are.
Tell Tupac I said what's up.